Hi everyone, welcome to our Jaffna Hindu College e-lesson program. I hope you all will enjoy my lesson and this video lesson will be very useful to you all. Right, let's go to the lesson. Today we are going to learn active voice and passive voice for grade 8 students. This is the basic of active voice and passive voice. Children, this is an important grammar part for the O-level examination. So listen and learn very carefully. Okay, active voice, passive voice. Today I am going to teach you only the affirmative sentence patterns, right? Only the affirmative form of active voice and passive voice sentences. Today I am going to cover the simple present tense and the past tense and the simple future tense. Only 3 tenses affirmative form. Let's go to the lesson. Yes, first we are going to learn what is voice. Okay? Voice is the quality of verb that indicates whether its subject acts or it is acted upon. Right? Listen carefully. Voice is the quality of verb that indicates whether its subject acts. Right? Subject acts. It means active voice, or it is acted upon. The subject is acted upon. It is passive voice. Right? So, what is subject? We all know the doer of the action, right? For example, I am teaching. So, who is teaching? I. So, what is the subject of this sentence? I. So, simple thing, the subject is the doer of the action. If the subject acts, it is called active voice, and the subject is acted upon, we call them passive voice. So, this is the small introduction to voice. Okay, let's check what is active voice. When the subject of the verb is doing the action of the verb is said to be in the active voice. Right? Okay, children, listen carefully. Subject of the verb is doing the action. Right? See the example. Ruwan plays cricket. Right? The verb is play. So, who is playing here? Ruwan. So, the subject is Ruwan. So, the subject is doing the verb. So, this is called active voice. See another example. Our teacher is teaching English. Right? So, teaching is the action here. So, who is teaching? Our teacher. So, what is the subject of the sentence? Our teacher is the subject of the sentence. So, simple thing, subject of the verb is doing the action of the verb. This is called active voice. Okay, now look at this. Who watches cartoon? Right? So, this is a beautiful picture. A boy is there and the television. He is watching television. If it is a normal simple present tense, we can say the boy watches cartoon or my brother watches cartoon. So, what is the verb here in this sentence? Which one is the verb? Watches. Right? Watches is the verb. So, who is doing this action? My brother. So, simply we can say my brother is the subject. Okay? So, if it is the subject doing the action, means you can tell this is an active voice sentence, right? See another example. A boy is here and what is he doing? He is watering. He waters the plants. So, who waters the plants? The little boy waters the plants. So, the watering is the action here. Who is doing that action? This subject, right? The little boy. So, it is an active voice sentence, right? Now you can understand what is active voice sentence. Right. Next one. What is passive voice, right? When the subject of the verb is being acted upon, right? So this is an important point. Subject of the verb is acted upon. The verb is said to be in the passive voice. Earlier I taught you the subject of the verb is doing the action. Here it is being acted upon. So this is the difference between active voice and the passive voice. Okay. So see the examples for active voice. The first example, Harish builds house, right? Harish builds houses. It should be houses, right? Right. So what is the subject of this sentence? Harish. And the verb builds. What is the object? Houses. So simply there is a subject and the verb, the object is there. So this is called active voice sentence. Another example. The boy threw the paper. Okay, the boy threw the paper. See here, boy is the subject. What is the verb of this sentence? Threw. And the paper, right? Direct object is there. So the boy is the subject, verb is threw, direct object is the paper. So simply we can say it is an active voice sentence, right? Now we can see the examples for passive voice sentences. See the difference between that sentence and this one. The houses are built by Harish, right? So see here, the houses is the object, are helping verb, built is the main verb, and by Harish, right? Who built the house? Harish. So Harish is the doer here. So subject. So the format is different. So this is a passive voice sentence, right? So you can understand easily. There we said subject, verb, object. In passive voice, object is interchanged here and subject is there. So there is a change, right? Object, after that helping verb, then the main verb. It should be in past participle form. Then you must put by, then doer, right? Doer of the action. Okay. Now see another example. The paper was thrown by the boy. Right. The paper is the object, was helping verb, thrown, past participle form of the verb, and by is there and the doer, right? Who threw the paper? The boy. So this is the doer. It means the subject of the action. So simply you can identify the difference between the sentence pattern of active voice and the passive voice. Okay. Now see the difference, right? Look at these two sentences. This is sentence 1 and the sentence 2, right? The first sentence, Raman cuts the tree. What is the subject? Raman. Verb, cuts. Object, the tree. There is a direct object, the tree. Right. What is the sentence 2? What is the difference here? Raman cuts, right? Raman cuts. So subject Raman, verb cuts, object no, not mentioned here, right? So remember, we can change the sentences into passive voice only if they have direct object. If there is no direct object, you can't change those sentences into passive voice, right? Let me tell an example. Ravi ran quickly. Can you change this sentence into passive voice? No, we can't, because Ravi ran quickly. There is no direct object. So we can't change this sentence into passive voice. So you have to remember, if the sentence has only the direct object, you can change it into passive voice. Otherwise, we can't. Right, compare these two sentences. I took your book. This side, I took. Okay? The book was taken by me. So the first sentence is changed, right? It is changed into passive voice. The book was taken by me. Look at this second one. I took. What was taken? We don't know, right? There is no direct object. So we can't change this into passive voice, right? So I hope it is clear for you now. Right, let's change into passive voice. When you change one active voice sentence into passive voice, there are some tips, right, to be followed or to be considered. Right, simple things to be considered. Look at the first one. The subject of the active is changed into object of the passive, right? In the active sentence, there should be a subject. It will be changed as an object in the passive voice sentence. Number 2, according to the subject made in passive, there is the usage of the helping verb, right? You should select the helping verb. I mean, you should use the helping verb according to the subject made in passive, right? Let us look at in one by one later. Number 3, you must use past participle of the verb. So you all are grade 8 students, so you can understand or you can memorize the past participle form of the verb, right? What is past participle form of the verb? Write, wrote, return. So return is the past participle form of write. Like that, go, go, went, gone. So what is the past participle? Gone is the past participle of the verb. So you must memorize the past participle form of the verb, because past participle of verb is very much important to do active passive sentences, questions, right? The last tip, by is used before the object made in the passive, right? By the doer. So by is used here, right? There are some tips for you to change into passive voice sentences. Okay, let's move to the first thing, simple present tense, right? The affirmative form of the simple present tense. Right, active voice sentence, the pattern is there, the structure of the sentence is mentioned here. Right, see there, subject, verb or verb with SOES and object. It is a normal simple present tense sentence. This is the structure of this. See the example, I write poems. What is the subject of the sentence? I. Verb, write. Poems is the object. So this is normal simple present tense sentence. See the second one, she writes poems. What is the subject? She. Verb, writes, and the object, poems. So this is active voice sentence. Now passive voice sentence, see here, object and am or is or are, right? This is the helping verb you should use in simple present passive voice. Am or is or are plus past participle of verb. I already taught you what is past participle of verb. Then by, after that you must add the doer, right? Who did the action or who does the action? You should mention the doer. So this is the structure of passive voice simple present tense sentence. Object, am or is or are, then past participle of verb, then by plus doer. Now look at the examples. Poems are written by me. Okay? So what is the object here? Poems. Right? This poem is in active voice. This is the object. Right? So this object becomes first. We are interchanging from here to there. Right? From the last to, from the beginning we are changing. Poems are written. Right? How can we decide is or are or am? It depends on the subject. Here subject is plural. Poems means plural form. So poems are past participle of verb. What is the past participle form of write? Written. So poems are written by me. So I will be changed to me. Right? I will be changed into me. So poems are written by me. Right. See there, another example. She writes poems. So object is here. So objects wants to come first. So poems, plural form, are, past participle of verb written, then by her. Why we use her here? She. When the she becomes there, it should be changed as her. Right? I means me, she means her. Right? So, she writes poems. We can change this as poems are written by her. Right? So, I hope you can understand this section easily. Right? See another one. Changes of the subject pronoun. This is what I taught you now, right? I will be changed as me. You, we, us, they, them, he, him, she, her, it. If there is any names, Mary means by Mary. Teacher means by the teacher. Principal means by the principal. Right? President means by the president. Like this you can change. I means by me. You means by you. We means by us. Right? Like that you can make changes into passive voice. Let's change a sentence into passive voice. Right. He reads a novel. Right? Right. Now, there will be a doubt how to identify whether it is the present tense sentence or the past tense or the future tense. Simple tip, you have to identify the verb first. So, what is the verb? Reads. So, it is in the form of present form. So, it means this is simple present active voice sentence. Right? He reads a novel. So, how can you change? A novel wants to come first. A novel. Is it plural or singular? Singular. So, a novel is read. Right? This read means the past participle form of read. Okay? The past participle form of read is, we pronounce read. So, a novel is read by, he will be changed as him. Okay? So, in the previous slide, I taught you, he will be changed as him. Right? So, you can change the sentence easily. Right. Let's move to the next one. If the object is plural, simple thing, he reads novels. This is plural. So, novels are, right, are read by him. Novels are read by him, right. This is the pattern, the method of change the simple present tense active voice into passive voice. If the object is me, what will you do? Right, see there, he teaches me, right? Object is me. So me wants to come here as I, right? I. We can't use the helping verb is so are. For I, the helping verb is am, right? So I am. What is the past participle form of teach? Taught, okay? The past participle form of teach is taught by. He will be changed as him. I am taught by him, right? So this is active voice, this is passive voice sentence. In the passive voice sentence, the object, then the helping verb, and the past participle of the main verb, and by, then you have to add the doer, right? Doer of the action. Right. Next one, simple past tense, right? This is second one. The first one we learned simple present tense active voice, and now we are going to learn the simple past tense affirmative form. Right. Now look at the pattern. Active voice sentence, subject and the past form of the verb and object, right? So you can easily identify the subject and the past form, right? See the example. Ravi cleaned the car, right? So what is the subject here? Ravi. Who did the action? Ravi. What is the action? Cleaned. It is in the past form. The car. The car is the object. So simply you can identify it is a past tense affirmative sentence, right? So when you change this into passive voice, the format will be like this. What is the format? Object plus was or were, right? There already I taught you am is a. Here we have to use was or were. Why? Because this is past tense. Was or were. Then as usual past participle of the verb. Then by. Finally you have to put the doer, right? Look at the example. The car was cleaned by Ravi. The object of the sentence becomes first, right? The car was. The car is singular one, so the car was cleaned by Ravi, right? So object is the car, was is the helping verb, cleaned is the past participle of verb, then by, who is the doer? Ravi, right? So like this, you can change the past tense into passive voice. Let's change a sentence, right? See the example. My mom called my friends, right? So first you have to come to the verb. See the verb? It is in past form. So exactly this is a past tense sentence. So my mom called my friends. The subject of the sentence is mom. Main verb called. What is the object? Friends. My friends. So how will you change? You have to take the object directly at the beginning. So my friends. Is it plural or singular? Plural. So was or were, right? Were is the correct helping verb. My friends were. What is the past participle? Called by subject. Who is the doer? My mom. Who called my friends? My mom. So my friends were called by my mom. So this is easy method to change the sentences into passive voice. If the object of the active voice sentence is singular or I, right? See there, Ruwan painted his house, right? Painted is past tense of the verb, so it is past tense sentence. See there, his house. This is singular, okay? So, his house was painted. If it is singular, you must use was. Was painted by Ruwan, right? So, I hope you got it. The next one, Ruwan saved me, right? The object is me. So, when the me becomes first, how will you change as the subject? I. For the I, helping verb was, I was. Past participle of the verb saved by, who saved me? Ruwan. So, by Ruwan. I was saved by Ruwan. So, this is simple past passive voice changes. Right, let's move to the third one, the major one, the future tense, simple future tense, right? See the pattern, active voice is there, passive voice is there. Now you can get it easily, right? Subject and the future tense, we must use shall or will, then verb, then object. See the example, I shall arrange a party. What is the subject? I. Shall is the helping verb. Arrange is the main verb. A party is the object. See the another example. We will sweep the classrooms. Right? The subject is we. The helping verb will. What is the main verb? Sweep. The classrooms is the object. So, this is simple future tense sentence. Right. Now, let's go to the passive voice. Object should come first, then will be. Right. Then you must use the helping verb will be. Then as usual, past participle of the verb. Then you have to add by. Finally, the doer. So, how will you change? I shall arrange a party. So, a party should come first. A party will be arranged by me. Right? So, I will be me. So, a party will be arranged by me. See the example 2. We will sweep the classrooms. Right? The classrooms will be swept. So, what is the past participle form of sweep? Swept by us. Right? We, when it comes here, us. Right? The classrooms will be swept by us. In the future tense, there will be no problem for singular object or the plural object. For the singular and the plural, we can use will be plus past participle form of verb, right? So, this is future tense affirmative sentence pattern, both the active voice and the passive voice. More examples. They will post the letter. Will post. So, definitely it is a future tense sentence. Subject, helping verb, main verb and the object. How will you change this sentence into passive voice? You have to take the object here. The letter will be. What is the past participle form of post? Posted by. They become them. Right? So, the letter will be posted by them. Them is the doer. They is the doer. So, it comes them. If the object of the active voice sentence is plural, see they are same. I already told you. Disha will arrange the things. This is plural form. Right? So, the things will be arranged by, who is the doer? Disha. So the things will be arranged by Disha. So helping verb will and the arranged is main verb. It means the past participle of the verb. Right, let us see some activities. Change the following sentences into passive voice. Okay children, when you approach this type of question in your final examination, first you have to mark the verb, right? Mark the verb of the sentence. Then you can identify or you can decide what is the tense of this sentence. See here, one is the verb, so it is in the past form. So definitely it is a simple past tense sentence. Now we can do the changes, okay? We have to take the competition first. So the competition what is the helping verb here? Was or were? Was, because it is singular. So the competition was past participle form of the win. Same. Won by, who is the doer? Suren. Okay, the competition was won by Suren. So this is passive voice. See the second one. Our teacher gave notes. Right, let's go to the verb, past one. So notes, we should take notes first. Notes, this is plural. So we have to select the helping verb here. Was or were? Definitely were. Notes were. Give, what is the past participle form of give? Given. So notes were given. Then by, who gave us notes? Our teacher. So by our teacher. Right? The simple idea. Number 3, my dad brings a box of sweets. So what is the verb here? Brings. Now you have to choose what is the tense. Brings, the second form of verb here, okay? I mean adding SOES with the verb, main verb. So definitely this is simple present tense sentence. Then you can change a box of sweets. Take this first. A box of sweets. Right? So we are taking a box of sweets. This is one, right? One box. So singular. A box of sweets is past participle form of bring. What is that? Brought. Brought by my dad. My dad. So this is passive voice sentence. Right. Number 4. My friend helps me. Okay. So what is the verb here? Helps. So simple present tense sentence. Right. Look at here. Me. Me is the object. So when you change the me as a subject, what will you do? I. For I, what is the helping verb form of simple present tense? Am. I am. Past participle form of help. Helped. I am helped by my friend. Right? I hope this is the easiest way to do in examination. Right. The question continues. Number 5. Geeta will make a speech. Right. Now come to the verb. What is the verb here? Will make. So this is future tense sentence. So you should take a speech first. A speech. Future tense pattern will be. Passive voice pattern will be. Make. What is the past participle of make? Made. Right? Will be made by Geeta. Right? Will be made by Geeta. Number 6. Our class teacher will submit the report. Will submit. So it is future tense sentence. The report. Take the object. The report will be. What is the past participle of submit? Submitted. Will be submitted by, who is the doer? Our class teacher. By our class teacher. Right? Number 7. I bought a new laptop. Right. What is the verb here? Bought. So this is past tense. A new laptop is the object. So I am taking a new laptop. Is it singular or plural? Singular. So a new laptop was bought by. How to change I? Me. Okay. Number 8. Jenny and Jane play chess. Right. Underline the verb play. So this is simple present tense sentence. We have to take the object. What is the object? Chess. Simple present means what is the helping verb here? This is singular. So chess is the past participle form of play, played by, right, doers, Jenny and Jane. Jenny and Jane. Right? So, easily we changed the active voice sentences into passive voice. Right. Other 2 questions. Number 9. Rani swept the garden. Right. Underline the verb. Then decide what is the tense. So this is past tense sentence. So take the object, the garden. The garden is singular. So was. What is the past participle? Swept by, who is the doer? Rani. By Rani. Clear? The last question. Sumita peels onions. Right? So underline the verb here. Peels. So this is simple present tense sentence. So we should take the object first. Onions. Is this singular or plural? Plural. So onions are peeled by Sumita. She is the doer, so Sumita. Right? So children, I hope you understood how to change the active voice sentences into passive voice. Right. Maybe you will be asked to change the passive voice sentences into active voice, right? So we have to be ready to do like that question. Right. See the example. The books were delivered by our teacher, right? As usual, I told you, underline the verb, right? Were delivered. With the helping verb, you have to underline were delivered. So easily you can identify this is past tense, right? Past passive tense, right? So we can change this easily. Right, now see, who is the doer here? Our teacher. So we must take our teacher at the beginning of the sentence. Our teacher, past tense, right? So delivered, verb is there. Then object, what is the object? The books. Delivered the books, right? So this is the simple method of doing this type of question. Number 2, the song was played by him. Right, now go there. Him. Him means he is the doer. So he, right, now identify what is the tense? Past. So played the song, right? Was verb plus a past participle of the verb means this is past tense. So he played the song. Number 3, the room is cleaned by her. Is cleaned, right? So with the is past participle form of the verb. So what is the tense here? Simple present tense. Her. How to change this? She. What is the form of verb? Cleans, right? She cleans the room. Simple present tense, affirmative sentence. Number 4, the clothes are washed by me. Are washed, right? So are and past participle, so simple present tense. Me is the doer, so me means I. Wash, what is the verb? I wash the clothes, right? See the 5th one, the party will be arranged by them. The last question is, the party will be arranged by them. See there, what is the verb? Will be arranged. So definitely this is future tense sentence, right? So who is the doer? Them. They means they, right? So they, future tense. What is the helping verb? They will. Main verb, arrange. They will arrange the party. Right? So this is the way you can do change the sentences, change the passive voice sentences into active voice, right? So see there, we are in the finals. Practice set and examples of active and passive voice will help you to score well in the final examination, right? Keep it in your mind, children. This is one of the questions for you in O-level examination. So this is the basic I taught you, the simple present, simple past and the simple future, only the affirmative sentence, active voice and passive voice, right? In the next video lessons, we can learn more. I hope you all understood and enjoyed my lesson. Thank you.